Hello kids, welcome to the session at Learn Forward platform by Feathercap. I'm your English facilitator Garima Singh to make your learning easy and fun. So let's begin. Hope you all have your book Fly High Class 4 and now we are on the second last chapter, chapter 11 that says Cat Attack. So this is a story about a 7-month-old boy whose name was Arjun and he got into danger while on a round in his pram and then a cat named Minu saved him. Right, so you must have seen the children, they go on rounds in their strollers, right? So similarly, there was a boy named Arjun who was taking rounds in his pram and something happened and he was saved by a cat. Let's read the story to know how Arjun got into the dangerous situation and then how Minnu saved his life. So before this, we have a small activity. Do you have a pet? Would you like to have one? Draw a picture of an animal that you would like to have as a pet. What name would you give it? And how would you take care of it? What would you do if someone tries to harm it? Definitely, if we have a pet at home, we give it a name and we take care of the pet, right? So let's start with the story. Officer Jadhav or Jadhav, whatever you can say, Jadhav was posted in the dense forest of Tamil Nadu to protect its animals. He moved into a beautiful government house near the forest along with his wife Meenakshi and his 7-year-old son Arjun. So Jadhav, he was a forest officer, right? And he moved to the forest into a house in a government house near the forest with his wife and his son. In a week's time, Babu, their attendant, had grown very fond of little Arjun and would take him for rounds in his pram in the evening. So that caretaker was Babu. Arjun would excitedly point at the birds and the scampering rabbits. So what does scampering means? Running around with quick jumping movements. You've seen a rabbit, moving, taking jumps, right? So Arjun used to love it. He was most attracted to Minu, Babu's 5-year-old tomcat who would accompany them. So the cat's name was Minu and she was, loved and admired by the 7-year-old boy Arjun. Minu was a big brown cat with sharp claws. Within seconds, he would go up a tree and return with an unlucky sparrow or lizard. Oh my God. So, Minu used to climb the tree and would hunt for a lizard or a sparrow. Surprisingly, even a few dogs would stay away from an angry Minu. So Minu was, so aggressive that even the dogs used to stay away from the cat. He kept the house free of rats because he used to chase the rats, eat them up, and frogs, and was Babu's favorite pet. However, Minu was not welcomed in Officer Jadhav's house as he disliked cats scratching the furniture and spoiling it. One evening, as usual, Babu and Arjun were out for their evening stroll, a walk in a slow and relaxed manner, when Minu chased a butterfly and vanished into the forest. Vanish, get lost, disappear. He did not very often, he did that very often, so Babu wasn't worried. A little later, Arjun began crying. Why are you crying? Babu asked lovingly. So Arjun started crying. He bent over and realized that Arjun's milk bottle was missing. So when suddenly Arjun started crying, this Babu asked that why you are crying, and he realized that the bottle was not there. His milk bottle was not there. It must have fallen somewhere, he thought, as he turned around and walked some distance looking for it. So he went in search of it. When he turned, a horrible sight met his eyes. Horrible is a bad sight met his eyes. He could witness a bad scene. A long brown snake was swaying close to Arjun's pram and staring at him. See the snake and staring at Arjun. Babu recognized it as a harmful cobra and froze with fear. So, Babu thought it's a cobra and he was not able to do anything. He was in a statue in a frozen, in a freeze position, and he was really scared of it. If I ran towards it, it may strike. I can throw something at it, but I may miss and anger it. So he said that he found that he was really helpless. Because if he, run towards him, it may bite him. Now, if he throws something and in case if it does not target the snake, then it might get angry. He said to himself, God help me, he prayed. Babu heard the cobra hiss and he thought it had struck. He was shocked to see Minu, who had suddenly appeared from nowhere, spitting and hissing at the cobra. So the cat was so strong that it did not get scared of it and it started hissing and spitting on cobra. The snake turned to its feline enemy. Feline is belonging or relating to the cat family. Minu's hair was standing up and it made him look bigger and more ferocious. Ferocious is more dangerous, scary, right? So the hair they got stood up and the Minu's appearance was more giant than the feline. The cobra wasn't scared in the least and attacked Minu. The cat was too quick and jumped out on the way in time to paw him, chapatta marna, on the back as it missed the bite. This continued for a few minutes while Babu slowly advanced towards the pram and pulled Arjun out of danger. So meanwhile, cat was fighting with this snake. Babu very smartly, carefully, he pulled the pram and he took the child away. At this moment, Minakshi showed up with the bottle of milk. Showed up is arrived with a bottle of milk she had forgotten. She saw Minu fighting this powerful snake alone but was relieved to see that Arjun was with Babu and Arjun was safe and secure. By this time, Minu's paws were bloody, but he never gave up. He was very brave. Soon the snake sped away into the forest while Minu returned victorious to Babu, who lifted him in his arms. So the snake went to the forest and Minu returned. It was a victory for her. So the cat went to Babu and Babu, he took the cat Minu in his arms and cuddled it. You saved Arjun's life, he cried. A tearful Minakshi lifted Arjun in her arms. She patted Minu on his back and said, patted is Shabashi Dena, and said, how can I thank this little bundle of fur? After a wash, Babu was relieved to find that Minu wasn't hurt and the blood was of the cobra. So whatever blood was there on Minu, it was not, it was not the blood of the Minu, it was the cobra's blood. Babu and Minakshi told everyone about the fight. From that day on, Minu was always welcomed at the family parties and was showered with love because it was Minu who saved Arjun's life. So, everybody started liking her, loving her, and Minu was always invited to the party. So, this was a beautiful story about a brave and a strong cat, right? Hope you all liked it. Now, let's come to the exercise. Choose the word opposite in the meaning of the word attractive. So, it is horrible. Which of the following words means the same as panic? Panic is, when you get scared, when you are not in a position to think of anything. Which part of the given sentence has an error, or if there is no error, say no error. A brown snake was swaying close to Arjun's pram and staring at him. So this sentence has no error. We have the extract. Based on it, we need to answer the questions. Officer Jadhav was posted in the dense forest of Tamil Nadu. With whom did Jadhav, it's a proper noun, move into the government house? He moved with his wife and 7-year-old son Arjun. Dash would excitedly point at the birds and the scampering rabbits in the garden. Arjun. He was really fond of these things. Minu was 7 months old. False. Next, one okay. Who went out for the evening stroll? Babu took Arjun, right? So both A and B. Who began crying? Arjun began crying because, he could not find his milk bottle. Minu chased a dash and vanished into the forest. Chased a butterfly. Yeah, here it is. Arjun's milk bottle was missing. True. Next, we have to take the correct option. Who took little Arjun for rounds in his pram in the evening? It was Babu, the caretaker. Who was Minu, the cat. Who kept the house free of rats and frogs? Minu, because, Minu used to chase them and eat them up. Who patted on Minu's back? It was Minakshi who patted on Minu's back for saving Arjun's life. Fill in the blanks. Minu was a big brown cat with sharp claws. Surprisingly, even a few dash would stay away from an angry Minu. Dogs. Babu recognized the snake as a harmful cobra and froze with fear. Dash hair was standing up and it made him look bigger and more ferocious, Minu's hair. Minakshi showed up with a bottle of milk which she had forgotten. Next, we have the true or false. Officer Jadhav moved into a beautiful government house near the forest. True. Babu was not welcomed in Officer Jadhav's house. False. Minu was fighting with a powerful snake alone. Absolutely correct. Babu and Officer Jadhav told everyone about the fight. False. Next, we have the question answers. Why was Minu not welcome in Jadhav's family? Because Jadhav's family did not like the cats who used to scratch their furniture and spoil it. What was the horrible sight that Babu saw in the garden? He saw that a ferocious snake was near the pram. So a long brown snake was swaying close to Arjun's pram and staring at him. Why didn't Babu do anything to save Arjun when he see the cobra close to him? Because he thought that if he would run and strike him with something, and in case if he misses it, then he might get in anger and might attack. So he was finding himself helpless and started praying to God. Why was Meenakshi crying even after Arjun was saved? Okay, so you saved Arjun's life, he cried. Okay, Meenakshi, despite found that Arjun was saved, the tear was just for the regret she had that they did not allow Minu to enter their house, and Minu was the one who saved their son's life. So it was full of she was full of regrets and she was really feeling sorry for their behavior. So that was all about the story. Hope you all loved it. Read the story once again. Go through the question answers. See you tomorrow. Till then, take care. Happy learning.